Making friends as an adult is not easy. No matter how hard you try, everyone is just always too busy. And then when you do meet someone, the friendship fizzles out before you even starts. I totally get it. I have definitely been there.
Adult friendships are so hard. I just got dinner with one of my oldest best friends. We lived together all 4 years of college, and then we moved to the same city after college, and we're neighbors with each other. And so we saw each other every single day for basically 2 years. And she moved back to our hometown a year ago. And since then, she's had so much happen in her life, and I've been busy, and we just have not been great at communicating with each other. But we finally got dinner for the first time in literally a year. And it was so nice, and I miss that so much. And this is so stupid that I'm crying, but you take for granted how easy friendships are when you're not both living totally different lives and in different cities and whatever. It just makes me sad that we can't do stuff like that all the time anymore.
So there is a reason why adult friendships are difficult to navigate and to obtain. In today's video, I'm going to break down and discuss why friendships, adult friendships specifically, is so tricky, and the importance of actually having friends. And so I will also give you guys some solution towards the end of the video. So stick around, because you deserve to have healthy, genuine friendships that actually last. Welcome back to SHIMA Saba. This channel is all about self-care, self-development, self-improvement. I talk about relationships as well as some hair content. If you all are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I truly do hope you love it here. So the very first thing, let's get started, is why is it so difficult to make friends when you are an adult? Friendships are so important for our emotional and mental well-being. But sometimes, somewhere along the way, after you get into your 30s or your late 20s or maybe in your 40s and beyond, it gets harder and harder. I know for me in particular, and just recently I moved to San Francisco. I noticed out here it has been very, very different. Some people are not as open to bringing me into their friendship, or their friendships have just been long standing, and certain types of people, they are kind of wary of outside people. You're just new to the city, we don't know how long you're going to be here, we don't know who you are, we don't know people who know you. So sometimes I navigated when people were a little bit closed off. So as kids, everything was so much easier. Everything was so much natural. We didn't have all these baggages carrying us to making decisions about who we're going to bring in, who we're going to be cool with, who we're not going to be cool with. We didn't have so many barriers of entry. When I was a child, we would sometimes sit in classroom with people for 8 hours a day, especially elementary age. You continually see the same people, even if it's not 8 hours a day. You still are interacting and meeting the same people who are the same age as you are. Even though you might not have the same interests, it's a lot more easier to have more friends, because the time we are spending time with the same types of people, we see them every day. And not only every day, we are spending hours upon hours with these same people for years sometimes. And not only that, it was just what we prioritize at the moment, especially in high school age. We tend to prioritize friendships. And if you don't have friends, you are viewed as less than. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about that. It's about, do you have friends, and how cool you are and how popular you are. So then we become adults, our responsibilities and our prioritization changes. And so we're not putting that much energy and that effort into having friendships, relationships outside of our families, outside of our partnerships, outside of our work obligations. So over time, you begin to have less and less friendships. And so study shows that 17% of all Americans report that they do not have friends. And this comes from Gen Z all the way to Gen X or baby boomers. Things such as the pandemic, lockdown, social isolation. Not only are we not prioritizing friendships when we become older and we become working adults, it's that even things such as pandemic has an effect on our friendships, and things such as working remotely have an effect on our social circles. And then over time, people just grow and get used to being in their comfort zone. And plus, there's the fear of rejection. Something like I experienced when I first moved here is that People are sometimes afraid of going up to people and initiating conversations or coming off like you're seeking friendship as though that you're desperate and that something is wrong with you, because shouldn't this something that we all should have by now at this big age? It's not so simple as that. People have, again, a lot of obligation. It is very important to have friendships. It is very important to have friends, and especially with female relationships. It is very important for women to have friends because studies show that strong emotions boost our mentality, strong connections, someone to vent to, someone to talk to you about your day. It is very important for us to have that and to feel fulfilled, to feel understood. With women, we really seek relatedness in our companionship. Below in the comment section, but what has been one of the biggest challenges that you've experienced as making friends as an adult? So now that we have an understanding that it is difficult and a bit challenging to make friends as an adult, let me give you guys some possible solutions that I have been using that is helping me. Now I'm gonna let you guys know I'm not this friendship guru. I have came a long way. And if this is helping for me, it could definitely be a benefit for you guys as well. So the very first thing I want to advise you guys about is to take the first step, take the initiative. So if you want to make a friend, you have to take the first step. Sometimes, especially as a woman, and I can only speak for myself and me being a woman, is that I could be a bit passive. And I don't like to just go up there and put myself out there. We cannot just be so passive and expecting someone to come to us all the time. We have to create opportunities for ourselves and put ourselves out there. Go up to a person that you think that is admirable and just talk about the things that you guys have in common. If you are on the passive side, you don't want to initiate things, you like me, because I'm that same way, you could just ask them, hey, what's your social media? What's your Instagram? Do you have a TikTok? I want to follow you on there. That's the easiest thing that you can do to set up the initiation. When was the last time that you invited someone to something? I know we are always used to people inviting us. We're used to being on the receiving end, but we have to also just put ourselves out there as well. And at the same time is to scope and see if the person that you are interacting with, if they are the same way. If you are the type of person that you want to make the initiation, you want to be friends with them, expect to follow on your word. Don't just go back and forth with thinking that you want to be friends with a person if you're not ready, because it's just like a relationship with anybody. If you are wanting to date someone, your intentions have to be true. Your intentions have to be there. You can't just be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, playing hopscotch with these people's emotions and their friendships. Just like you wouldn't want to do that with a person that you are instantly interested in. And as well as look for people who are invested, who are interested in being friends with another person. And not only that, but look for people who follow through on their words. So the second thing is to create opportunities for consistent interaction. So we as adult, we don't really see the daily consistencies. As long as you go to your job, and I know some people don't want to be friends with others at work. They don't want to get too close to people because just all different type of things. You just don't want to get caught up. Just the same reason why other people don't want to date people that they work with. So I understand that. If you have that type of mentality, create an environment where you're going to be seeing the same people consistently. If you want to join a book club, if you like going to yoga, maybe join a group circle. Just have something that you go to consistently, because over time, when you see the same person, you begin to like them. You begin to have some type of admiration for them. And this is called the mere exposure effect. And I'm going to leave the definitions at the bottom over here. I noticed in my past experiences with friendships, I felt that I didn't feel like related. I felt that I was just friends with them because of just simply they were fun to be around. But as I've gotten older, my values and things that I became passionate about has definitely changed. I've been looking for different type of social groups that I am interested in, and I am this close. I can't find any yet. I cannot find. There's been some barriers of entry, just like I was with certain friend groups. There has been barriers of entries to finding different type of social support groups that I am passionate about, specifically when it comes to emotional and mental development and well-being. But I am this freaking close to starting my own. When you create these different opportunities and with people that you see consistently and things that you actually do enjoy, you will begin to find people that you can feel a connection with, that you actually like. A friend of mine, she's always giving me my love. She's always in the comments. Her name is 10J. So make sure you guys check out her YouTube channel. The third thing you guys can use is make vulnerability a priority. A lot of adult friendships are and can be a bit shallow because we've hardened throughout the years. Things have been tough. And so we just keep it superficial. We don't want to open up too much. We want to read people. We want to make sure that they are who they say that they are, whatever experiences in life, because people just go through as you live life, shit happens. But you have to start to open up and be real and transparent with people and own up to your vulnerabilities. And I know for me, it's that for the longest of time, I didn't want to talk about the fact that I had struggled with friendships because I thought that a lot of people around me just had it easy, and I just seemed to just struggle with situations, and I kept repeating the same type of friendships, eventually isolate myself from friendships. But as I began to open up and to admit it to people, these are the things I struggle with. And I come to find out that a lot of people, and especially a lot of women, have experienced the same things that I have gone through, or feel like they don't really have friends, or they don't feel like they can connect with people, or they may feel like they always been burnt by past friends. Me being vulnerable and open up with people, and the people that I do trust and people that I could tell that may have my best interest in mind, it allows me to feel more a sense of connectedness, and it doesn't have to just be like, oh, small talk, superficial stuff. It makes you feel like I open up to this person about something, they open up to me about their thing, and I feel like I want to keep them around because I feel connected to them. So that allows me to, no matter where I am in life, no matter what phase I am in life, maybe I may not reach out to this person as often, but I will still be connected to them. They are still going to be connected to me. So you don't have to just go into telling people your whole life story. You can just open up into small little things, letting people know about what you're passionate about, talking to people about the things that you're interested in. Open up just a bit and owning your vulnerabilities and owning the things that you are about. It definitely creates a bond. The fourth step is to break through your fear of rejection. Everyone's going to be rejected, right? If it's a room full of 100 people, somebody is not going to like you out of 100 people, but then there's going to be a good majority of people that do like you, right? So focus on the people who like you. So with that being said, when you go out and you're looking for friends and you're putting yourself out there, you may get a few no's, but you're going to get some yeses as well. And so with this, you have to take this mentality with you that I'm going to be liked. That has to be your dominant thought. Because when you think people are not going to like you, when you think people are just going to reject you, that is going to sabotage you. That's going to block you from your success. By you having this energy that people are going to like you, then people are naturally going to be drawn towards you. And so it's going to make you not even care about the fact that you may have been rejected, because you're going to think about, well, I think everyone else like me. Like, you obviously have to like yourself. But by opening yourself up and putting yourself out there, that's an external experience. By you thinking that everyone is going to like you and they're going to have a positive experience with you, then that is what your reality is going to be about. Just know that it's not a reflection on your worth. It's just a numbers game. So keep putting yourself out there. Not everyone you meet is going to reject you. Or not everybody who has female friends, they all are fake and that they all hate each other. You got to think about that. There are people who have lovely friendships. There are people who have just positive and supportive friendships, who they actually trust, and people who actually have their best interest in mind. So you have to think to yourself, I deserve that. I deserve to have the best things. And so by you thinking that way, move that way. Start to live up to the way, because you are worthy of that. We both are worthy of that. And so you have to just keep going. It's all about changing your mentality, coming out of that lack mentality, coming out of that past hurt mentality. Because I know rejection, it can hurt, but you have to think about, why does it hurt? Figure out, why is it bothering you so bad? and work through that and know that it does not determine who you are as an individual. The last one is to be patient and give it time. Yeah, be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. Everyone like to say, oh, just focus on yourself. True, focus on yourself. But if you don't have friends and things like that, treat yourself. Go and be around other people. Put yourself around other people that you actually admire, around activities that you actually admire, doing things that you actually enjoy. And then you will forget the fact that you don't have no friends. And the next thing you know, you got some new friends. It's not that hard. You just got to be patient. Anything in life you can have, it takes strategy, it takes belief, it takes removing the things that's blocking it. And 9 times out of 10, it's you who's blocking it. These healthy dynamics, this friend group, all these things can easily be achieved. It is just us who is holding us back. And so, to recap, making friends as an adult requires us to take action, right? So the very first action is take the initiative, create consistent interactions with others, make vulnerability your priority, overcome your fear of rejection, and remain patient. So this is not going to happen overnight, and it's not the most easiest thing. It's just like any type of relationship. It's going to take some time, but whatever type of intention, you got to do any type of internal work with all the different steps I told you guys about, it definitely can be achieved. Don't get discouraged. Keep being your authentic you. Love yourself, love others, and it all will work out. Just give it some time. Just know that you are never too old to make friends. It is nothing wrong with you if you don't have friends. Don't put yourself down. You're not unworthy because you don't have a lot of friends. It's just, you gotta change up the strategy. The same thing that worked for us when we were kids, it doesn't work anymore. Change your strategy. That's it. I hope this video has been very helpful with you guys. I'm making some friends. I would love to make some more. So let me know in the comment section what you guys may have that could definitely help me and others as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share. And as always, peace.